Good morning, children. My name is T.Y. Muralidhar, Faculty of English. My dear students, today we'll discuss 10th standard, our world through English. My dear children, all of you take textbooks into your hands. Our third unit, human relations. My dear children, open your English textbook page number 99. Under this unit, today we'll discuss Once Upon a Time. Be reading poem. Children, this poem was written by Gabriel Okara. This was written by Gabriel Okara, who is a Nigerian poet. He explains what happens when a traditional African culture meets the forces of the Western way of life. The poem was written to outline the fake personalities of many people and to try and get them to return to a natural and innocent man. This poem explains the artificiality of relationships and manners prevailing in the present day world. In the present day world. Children, now read the first stanza. All of you follow the textbook, children. Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes, but now they only laugh with their teeth, while their eyes block cold eyes, search behind my shadow. Children, here the poet explains the difference between past and present. See, the people used to laugh with their hearts in olden days. There used to be sincerity on their laugh. Their laugh came from their hearts. There was genuinity in their actions and feelings. But people laugh superficially in present. Their laugh is fictitious. That means artificial, feeling less. See, the eyes are dead like feelingless. That poet mentioned eyes block cold eyes. No expression, expressionless, expressionless. See here, search behind my shadow. That means here people see that the person is wealthy, a rich person, or poor person like that. There was a time indeed. That means in olden days, they used to shake hands with their hearts. But that's gone, son. That means that has gone, son. A father is telling to son. The conversation, that means father is telling to his son. Now they shake hands without hearts. Now, olden days, they used to shake hands with their hearts. Now shake hands without heart. While their left hand search my empty packets. That means what happened? Here, people shake hands mechanically and wish the people artificially, but not heartfully. And moreover, their left hand search my empty packets. That means with one hand they are shaking and another hand not really searching here. We can understand that they'll see our attire, their dress, our wealth, and how we reach. Like that. Everything they'll inquire. Feel at home, come again, they say. And when I come again and feel at home, once, twice, there will be no thrice. For then I find a door shut on me. See, in these stanzas, the poet explains more about the changes the man possesses as he grows in age. He has noticed falsehood and superfluous feelings and deteriorating human relations. That means spoiling relations in present day society. The poet also says that people lie. That means they are saying false. They are saying lies. Feel at home, come again. Actually, when the poet visit their house for the third time, thinking that their words are genuine, these words, The doors are shut on his face. In this material and artificial world, the poet has learnt many things. What he learned, see in this stanza. So I have learned. So why there is no thrice? If we go to our relations, if we go to our relatives' houses one or two times, third time almost all I find a door shut on me. That means they are not giving any respect. They are not giving any love and affection. So I have learned many things. What many things, son? What many things? He's telling to his son. I have learned to wear many faces. That means like dresses. Home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their conforming smiles. Here cocktail, conform means to be and thinking the same way as most other people in a group or society. Conforming almost all, now relations are all same, not any affectionate relations. How they are like a fixed portrait. Portrait means a painting or drawing or photograph of a person, especially of the head and shoulders. That means bust size. In olden days, they are just painting like that. Only there is no any naturality. Just fixed portrait. There is no any naturality. See, and I have learned to laugh with only my teeth. The poet also. He learned to laugh with only teeth, not from heart, and shake hands without my heart. I have also learned to say goodbye when I meet good riddance. See here, what is good riddance? Good riddance means a feeling of relief when an unwanted person leaves. See, actually, when we are sitting, if that person is not that much related. So when he is going to say, when he is going, glad to meet you without being glad, and goodbye, that means there is no good. Goodbye means actually with good relations we are parting, but inner side they feel that my God, happy. Now he is going like that without being glad and to say it has been nice talking to you after being bored. Actually, they are getting bored, but outside they are saying that it has been nice talking to you. See here, what will happen in behaving like that? He loses his own character and traits of himself. See here, poet also he loses its character, own character. As this is the way of the world. The poet also has learned to laugh with teeth but not with heart. He also has learned to shake the hands of the others but not with heart. He has learned to say good night or goodbye when he means good riddance. Good riddance means, oh my God, he is going happy like that. That is inside feeling. Outside means goodbye. That means very nice. Goodbye. It's outside but not inner. See here, what happened? He has learned to say glad to meet you when he is not glad, and he says it was nice talking to you. It's nice talking to you when he is bored of talking. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be. Earlier, what I used, this past habit, children. I want to be now, present, he requires. What he wanted to be now? What I used to be. In olden days, that means in childhood days, how he laughs, how he feels, how he smiles, like that again he wanted to be. When I was like you. That means the poet in his childhood days. I want to unlearn all these muting things. Muting things means actually changing all the time. That means expressionless. Muting, expressionless. Mute, television mute, remote, you will see mute means silent. That means not from heart. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh for my laugh in the mirror. Actually, present for my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. Snake's bare fangs means, it's a bad things, That means not natural, unnatural. So, show me. So, see, the pronunciation is same. but spelling and meaning is different. Homophones. Show, show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how. I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. See, the writer is fed up with this forcibly hypocrisy. Hypocrisy means everything is only not natural, everything is artificial. See, when we visit any marriage, all these things, when we attend the functions, when we get down from the car, they will receive in a different manner. But when we attend the function with bicycle or on foot like that, the treatment is different. I think you will know about this. See, this pretension of falsehood, pretension acting. He wants to regain his real spirit. That's why he's asking his son, show me, son, how to laugh. It's real spirit and character. He wants to abandon all this falsehood. Abandon means remove. He wants to laugh sincerely as the children do. How the children laugh? Without any problems, without any disturbances, without any differences. With open heartedly they are laugh. Children will laugh. Like that, the poet also wanted to laugh. Wanted to laugh. His laugh reveals all the fallacies of the world. Actually, in our present days, this laugh shows that all mistakes, all problems. When he looks at himself in the mirror, his teeth are exposed and they appear like the fangs of snake means it's a bad thing, you know. Fangs means snakes bear fangs. The tongues divided into two parts, you know. That's appear not good. That means his laugh also not good. In the last stanza, the poet appeals to his son to show him how to smile wholeheartedly. The poet's desire to regain his original traits of his character. Traits means methods, sincerity, and to give up his falsehood. Give up means stop. His falsehood. Falsehood and hypocrisy, all these things. Children, he was born in the poet Gabriel Okara is an African poet. He was born in 1921 in Nigeria. He was educated at government college. Okay, children? So, this is the meaning of once upon a time. Still any clarification? You ask me, I will explain, children. Okay, we'll see you with another topic in another video. Bye, children. Have a nice day.